A stranger left a key on my desk with a note that said, "You have until tonight." I had no idea what the key opened, and what scared me most was that nobody in my office admitted leaving it there. I asked my coworker, "Did you see who came in?" He shook his head and said, "Nobody came near your desk." I laughed nervously, but then I noticed the key had a tiny number engraved on it, 317. I assumed it was a locker key, so after work I checked the lockers downstairs. Number 317 was locked. I opened it and found an old phone, a photograph of me, and another note, "Call the last number." I almost threw everything away, but curiosity won. The phone had only one saved contact. I called it. A woman answered and immediately said, "You found it?" I asked, "Found what?" She went silent, then whispered, "You need to leave your office before 8 p.m. I asked why, but the call ended. I checked the time. 7:18. I grabbed my things and walked toward the exit, but then I saw my boss standing in the hallway. He looked at the key in my hand and went completely pale. "Where did you get that?" he asked. I said, "Why?" He stepped closer and whispered, "Because that key hasn't existed for 6 years." That was when I realized this wasn't some random warning. Someone had deliberately led me to something my boss desperately wanted hidden. I went back to my desk and searched the old phone again. There was one video file. I played it. It showed my boss meeting with two men in a parking garage 6 years earlier. They were discussing stolen company money, but the shocking part was who walked into the frame next. It was the woman who had just called me. She was an accountant who had disappeared after reporting the theft. I thought the video was proof against my boss until I noticed the date. The recording had been made exactly 6 years ago, on the same day I had started working at the company. Then my phone buzzed. It was another message from the stranger. "Now you know why they hired you." I stared at the screen, realizing the key hadn't been left on my desk to help me find evidence. It had been left there because someone wanted me to discover why I had been chosen for the job in the first place. And suddenly, I wasn't sure if I was the person uncovering the secret or the final person being used to hide it.